Hi, my name is Amanda Sutherland.
Hi,
And may I have your name?
Tim.
Tim. Hi, how are you doing today, Tim?
I'm well.
Good, good. Okay. Well, so did you get much rain in your area this morning?
Yeah, it rained all day.
Did it really? Yeah, it rained all day here too. So, what do you think about that?
Just rain.
Yeah, it made it kind of muddy, but but yeah, it was just raining.
Mm-hmm.
But so, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Like what?
Whatever you feel comfortable telling me.
Single dad.
Okay.
Work 8 hours a day.
Mhm.
Uh, get off work, go get my son from daycare, and just repeat the whole process.
Okay. All right.
That's about it.
Sounds like you're pretty busy.
Yeah,
Yeah. You liking your job okay? And
it's okay.
yeah, puts food on the table, huh?
Yeah,
For the most part.
for the most part.
Okay. All right. So tell me a little bit about why you're here today.
Well, I just need help with daycare because daycare is so expensive.
Mm,
And I work construction, so people think that since I work construction, I make a lot of money.
mm-hmm.
I don't make too bad, but when you got to pay about $250 a week for daycare, it gets expensive.
Right.
So somebody told me there were some programs that might be able to help me since I'm a single dad and all that.
Okay. Okay. So so what I'm hearing you tell me is that you're just overwhelmed with the price of daycare and you need a little help with it. Um, you're not making as much as what some people think you might.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that kind of thing. So you're struggling, is what I'm hearing you say.
Yeah, because I don't get no form of child support.
Oh, okay.
So
So you're really a single father.
yes, because she left
Okay.
and they can't find her, so we don't know what she's doing.
It sounds like it's pretty heartbreaking and angering, to say the least.
Just for my son.
Yeah. So, how are you feeling? How are you doing with handling the fact that she left and unable to find her?
I don't particularly care about that. I'm just more concerned about my son.
Okay, okay, all right. So how old is your son?
He's going to turn a year old this month.
Oh, okay, all right. Wow, that's that's got to be. They're learning all sorts of things right now.
Yep.
So that's pretty tiring too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how are you handling coping with coming home, those types of things? When you get home and feeding him, and I know you're tired.
You just deal with it.
Okay. So what kind of things do you do for fun?
I don't do a whole lot of things for fun.
Okay. What do you do?
I spend time with my son. That's about all I do.
Okay. Good. Well, that sounds like it's fun.
It can be.
It can be. Okay. All right. So so how are you doing with um, food in the house?
I got enough to get us by, but it probably wouldn't hurt to have a little more.
Okay. All right. So maybe some help. See about some help with food and daycare, and
Yeah,
is kind of what you're looking for. Is that correct, or am I wrong?
yeah,
Or
that's what I'm looking
okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, I can see where this is pretty taxing on you.
for. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So So, what type of daycare would you be looking for?
So, something that don't just watch them, but helps them learn and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, okay. So that sounds good. So, okay, um, so let me explain a little bit how everything works in with me and within this system. Okay. Um, you've come to us for some help, and I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to help you figure out maybe some alternative ways of doing some things. And also, I'm not just here for the most, the financial help. I'm also here for any other type of help that you may need, or just somebody to talk to. Okay. One thing, Tim, is that anything you say to me in here is going to be confidential. Okay. Nobody else is going to know what you said. Nobody else is going to hear anything about what's going on, okay, outside of these walls. So you're completely, it'll be completely confidential. Also, I do have to say, by law, by state law, I'm what's called a mandatory reporter. So if you divulge anything, such as you're going to hurt yourself or going to hurt someone else, I have to tell. I have to contact the proper authorities for that. And that's mandated by law.
Mhm.
Do you understand
Yes.
all of these things I've explained to you? Okay. So, one thing I heard when you were telling me about what was going on with you is that um, your was it your wife that left,
No.
a girlfriend that left, or
Yes.
the baby's mother? Okay. She left and don't know where she is or anything like that. Um, did that cause you concern when that happened?
At first, because we didn't know where she was.
Right. So how has that been alleviated?
Police found her,
Okay.
and she was in another state with
Mhm.
another person.
Mhm.
And her being an adult, she could do that. But at the advice of a police officer, I got custody of my son.
Okay. Okay. Sounds like that was pretty taxing on you. Yeah. And hurtful.
Mhm.
Okay. So how are you dealing with that hurt at this point?
Well, I don't like a crazy heifer.
Okay. All right. Um, so, uh, what are your plans for the future?
Take care of my son
Okay.
and do what I can for him.
Okay. Sounds like you got a plan there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how's your housing situation?
I got a small one-bedroom apartment.
Okay. Do you think you might, how is that feeling to you?
It's all right now, but as he gets older, he'll need his own space.
Okay. And what do you think you'll be doing for the future, or what are your plans for the future as far as housing is concerned?
I'd like to buy a house,
Mm-hmm.
get a little bit of land, so that way me and him can do what we need to do on the land.
Okay. Sounds like you've got a plan there as well. So, what are some barriers to these goals?
little money.
Okay,
Houses aren't cheap,
right.
so gotta work, save up.
Mhm. Okay. So, do you plan on staying in the construction business, or
No,
what are your plans as far as that?
uh, hopefully I'll be hitting the next phase of the police department and I'll be able to join the academy.
Oh, okay, okay. And how do you feel about that? Is that something that's exciting to you, or
Yeah, it is.
okay,
And it pays more money and benefits are better.
okay?
So,
Well, that sounds like you've got a plan there. So, um, to wrap this meeting up, this first session up with you. Um, so when you came in, you were telling me that you're needing some help with daycare costs because it is so expensive, and that you will need help with some food, um, and that you work construction, which doesn't pay a whole lot right now, and that you're trying to get into the police academy,
mhm.
and which will pay more and give better benefits to provide for your son. I also heard you say that that your girlfriend had left unexpectedly, and whenever she was found, she was with someone else in another state and wasn't coming back. And so now you got custody of your son that's almost a year old, and you're providing for him. Um, and that your plans for the future are to buy a home with some land, um, as you know, that goes with the new job as well, and to provide for your son as best you can. Does that about cover it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, great. Well, let's make a plan for you to come in maybe next week if you can, and we'll start working on these other goals of getting childcare and some assistance with some food. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds all
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming,
right. Thank
and you have a great day.
you. You too.